One of the most important aspects of looking after your website is making sure that it's kept up to date and backed up, which means the theme, the plugin, and the actual core, the WordPress itself. So I'm in the back end of one of my clients' websites that I manage, and when you actually log into the back end initially, it will look like this. So you will be greeted by a screen that looks very similar to this. And I always recommend that you look here next to the name of the site. You'll have a cog with a number of updates. You may also see it here. So if you can't see something here, you can press here to see what your updates are. So click that. And then I always recommend that you start at the at the bottom. Just tick those, click the update button, and just wait and let it do what it's got to do. It's always best to just leave it, not to do anything else, because that's often when things can go wrong. Once this screen appears, you can go on to the next lot of updates. And then we can return again to see what else is left to do. I know full well that it is a WordPress core one. This update was only done a couple of days ago, so I personally would leave this until next week to update this. So I'd just make a note in the diary to do that next week. You can also check with me on my Facebook group page to see whether, if you've got a WordPress that needs updating, then by all means pop a message in there and I'll tell you. The 5.2 is the most latest update. So if you've got a sign that says WordPress 5.0 or 5.1 needs updating, then I'd highly recommend that you do that. Another way that you can do updates is via BlogVault. So I do highly recommend BlogVault from the point of view that if something goes wrong, your website can be rolled back. So let's have a look here. This website is one that I'm working on at the moment, so we won't perhaps do that one. Let's just have a look. We'll do this one here. This is a development site. So you can do an update from here. And the first thing that you would want to do is make sure that it was when it was last synced. That's fine. I haven't worked on it since then, so that's absolutely fine. So here you can see that there's 4 updates here and 3 to the theme. So you can click on here and manage, and it will show you the ones that need doing. So the Ninja Forms, the SVG, the all-in-one, and that all need doing. The nice thing about doing it this way is that once you've done it, you can actually go to the backup button and push to the live website, and you are less likely to have things go wrong. Other reasons that I really like BlogVault Backup and Security is if something happens to your website and you don't have it, some hosting companies, they will charge you to roll back your site. I know LCN is one of the ones that does charge. I had a client last year, she needed to roll back a site and they wanted £49.99 to roll it back. The BlogVault Backup and Security costs £100 a year. If you needed to roll back once or twice, you can see that it's a no-brainer, really. It also helps with keeping your site secure. if you were to get hacked, it can be cleaned really easy, and so it is a really well worth beneficial thing to do. And that really is how you back up your website. Once you have done any updates, I always recommend that you click on the visit site. And just make sure that things are working out okay and they are as you expect them to be. And I generally pick on a few pages just to make sure. Let's just see whether this is finished. So all of those there are now complete. So we can go back to here and you can actually now sync this, and those changes would then make effect on the live site. And so when you log into the live site, you'd see that those have been done. So then you would do this in exactly the same way. Other things that you can do in Blog Vault is you can manage your users, so you can add users, take users away, change your password, etc. So that's another great thing. And here's the security thing, and it tells you that this site's clean. It also tells you what's out of date, so that would be a security issue. And you can apply hardening security as well if you want to. So, and it does give you an overview of things that have been allowed and things that have been blocked. And the site's clean, and you can scan it. So that's it. I hope that's been helpful.